one of the reasons why some of the scalping strategies you are using is not working. Most times you will hear that you should do this, follow this when you see the crossing. Sometimes once they tell you when it touches here, you should enter and do your scalping. Sometimes when they touch the 50 levels that you should enter, at the end of the day, sometimes immediately you enter, that will be the time the market will spike against you, then causing a lot of tears and harms to you. Now, I want to use this thing to clear something and show you one simple secret that if you follow it, listen, some of you say this is how you talk, but listen, follow this one. Why? Because every single thing I said here, I'm sure that it is working. The difference is that the way you do it, the time you do it, and probably not knowing much about it, then you just want to do what you don't know. All right. So this thing I'm about to show you now will open your eyes. Then if you do it outside what I showed you, that you will be at your own risk. Now let me show you this. Do you notice that? Look at, just look at this moving average here. Just look at this moving average. Just look at this color and look at this color here. I'm going to show you something that will surprise you, though you know it, but look at this one here. Do you notice that as I am backtesting, that this particular line, follow this line in particular, that as I am backtesting, the thing is dropping to this place, but on a normal distance it is somewhere here. Get that, please. Get that. So as I'm backtesting, the thing is dropping. Look at it. Do you see it? It's now resting on 10. Follow this one here. It's now resting on 10. This one that was somewhere here is now resting at this very point. What is happening? Then how would one trade with such a moving? Imagine that. Imagine this one that was resting here now. This one that was resting here, that's supposed to be a sign of the moving market, though it gave this thing in the market. But why then did it shift from that place? Why? Follow this thing, because this is the reason a lot of people are losing their trade, believing that they know what they're doing. Why? Look at it. Look at it. As this thing is going, it's now pulling up and down, up and down. Could the problem be because of the zoom level you are using, or could it be that the time frame you are using is the reason for this? All right, having said all those things, let me show you why and the benefit of doing this thing. Now look at this one I have here. Whenever you are using this strategy to trade, there is one particular thing that will give you this assurance that your market will not spike anytime soon, using your 1 minute time frame. I repeat, this thing you are about to see now is a sign that your market will not spike anytime soon. How? What is that? Let me give you the indicators that I'm using, so that I will set it up with you so that you will follow it. All right, now this is what we'll have. I have 3 moving averages and 1 parabolic SARS. Then in my indicator window 1, I have my moving average and relative strength index. That is what I have. So let's start up now as we add those things. I don't know if I should remove all and start afresh, but I believe that a lot of people are watching the video. I believe that they know what they're doing. All right, good. So the first one I have here is moving average 21. Moving average 21. Then you should add up the remaining thing that you know. The period 21, shift 0, exponential method is exponential, then apply to close. Style is the color of your choice. Then anything, then you press done. Good. The second one I have is 12. Then this 12 I have the same thing, just change the color, which is the style. Then there is nothing needed here so far. Everything is intact. Then the third one I have is 200 moving average. This very one for overall trend, for us to see the market in the period days of 200, so that it will help us to see the crossing, so that we'll not go and relax thinking that the market is in uptrend, not knowing that the market is in downtrend, because anything below 200 is indicating downtrend, anything above 200 is indicating uptrend. So that you have those things in mind. Then I have parabolic size. By default settings, this is what we have in the chart. So once we have this in the chart, so it's indicating the default settings. So I'll show you how we use those things. There's indicator window one, which is this. I'll be adding relative strength index. When you add relative strength index, by default 14, then this is where you have to do justice. You have to add up those 30, 70, 50, 10, and the 90. All right, good. So when you do that, then this is what you have. Then add this moving average, which is the key indicator we are using here, moving average 10. This is the key indicator we are using here. So with this, you are good to go. Now, I don't want to talk much about this, but I want to show you this thing straight. This is the final zoom level. When you zoom out completely like this, remember that the 200 moving average we use, which is this one here, is indicating a total cross in the market for a period of 200 days. Then the agreement between the 12 period days and the 21 period days, which is so powerful in calculation. Then when it comes to 200 days of movement, then this thing now is here. So which means that they have to labor for this thing to cross over again and not falling back easily. So even as this one make an attempt to cross here, it was not that easy because it has shown a reverse already. But that is not the reason why I'm here. I'm only here to show you what you should learn and what you should do. Good. Now, what are the things you should look at for if you must use this strategy to trade? Number one is this. Allow this particular 10 moving average. It's a must. Allow this moving average 10. If you are talking about catching spikes, allow this thing to rest on 90. A must. Then when it rests on 90, that is not the issue. Resting on the 90 levels is just a step, which is not the final step and not the confirmation. So when it touched that 90 levels, it can stay for a period of time in that place to all I care. That is not our business. But the most important thing is that because it can touch this 90 level and still hold there for a long time. But look at one thing that will show you that this thing is about to give you what you want or is predicting spike or predicting a scalping opportunity. Allow this thing to make a curve move like this. When you make a curve move like this, that is just number 2 step. Then the number 3 step that must be confirmed before you do it is do your phone like this. If you're using your laptop or anything, please you move your mouse, your cursor to a particular move like this to check actually if that thing is intact, if that thing is resting on that particular place without shifting with the backtest, without moving up or without moving down. I mean, if it is intact in that place without shifting up or shifting down, you will not understand what I'm saying now until you make the mistake, so to say. Please don't make that mistake. Look at it here. Look at what I'm showing you here. Everything as I'm going back is not shifting. As I'm moving like this, it's not shifting. It's still resting on that 10 levels with a curve like this. So with that, once you have seen that, that is the 3rd thing to look at for. Please follow this. They say I talk too much, but I know that I'm talking to some people. Look at it. Now you have seen this. What is the next thing for you to do? Then, once this thing starts going up like this, if you are using this the same way I am doing it, there is one more thing to look at for. What is that thing? Allow this particular relative strength index to cross over to 30. Relative strength index to cross over to 30 and approaching these 50 levels. If you mark this place and these 50 levels and this place, you will discover that they are all in the same category. So once this thing touch over to this place and cross over to 10 levels, please enter trade. Once you have seen this one and you have seen this, please enter trade and take at least 10, 5, 15 candles. But for you to be on a safer side, don't be greedy. Take 5 candles, take 10 candles, and leave the trade. Let me repeat what I just said earlier. Once you must allow the 10 moving average to touch the 10 levels if you are doing scalping on crash, on anything. If you want to do buying, if you want to enter buying position in any of the trades, volatility, stepping desk, whatever you are doing, allow this thing to rest here. When it rests here, don't enter because you are about to make a terrible mistake. Then what else should I do? Make sure that you have seen that this thing, not only that it points to this place, but it has started reversing like this. And as long as it has come out like this, then check this thing if it is approaching the 50 levels, because if this thing touched here, the thing must be approaching to 50 levels. So if this thing is approaching to, but as it touch here, this is what you will have. You are free to enter your trade. You are free to enter your trade. Then from there, this thing will be coming up like this and make this cross. So where is your first TP? Your first TP is, as long as for those who have huge account, target these 70 levels as your first TP. Then the second TP, target the 90 levels using this particular moving average. But for you to be on a safer side, don't ever try to hold this long because of your capital. Use your small, enter using at least a small short entry. Just enter small short entries and take possible profit and leave the trade without endangering your capital, and don't be greedy. Good. Now, once this thing touch the 70 levels, close all trade. Once this thing touch the 70 levels, close all trade. If you are scalping, close all trade. If you are scalping, close all trade. Then once this thing touch the 30 levels, for those who are buying, for those who are selling, please close all trade. As simple as that. Now, what is the parabolic size doing here? You know, parabolic size is what we use to see the trending market. Now, this market moved in this direction, and look at the shape of this thing. And as this thing is forming like this, it's showing us that something is about to drop, like as this thing is going. Though that most times parabolic can give fake and false signals. So that is why it is 100% wrong for one to trade only parabolic sags in the market. And that is why I'm not that good in introducing it, so that people will not go now and rest on it and be losing their trade. Now let me go back and show you some other examples of what I just said. When you backtest like this, I'm backtesting now. Remember what I showed you here? Let me mark it. Mark it so that mark it. Look at this place. Look at this place. Good. Good. Look at this place. Can you see it? As I am moving, it don't have any time of shifting. And what is the result? Look at the result here. What is the result? Look at the result here. Look at the result. Can you see it? Do you think that is 2 candles? No, it's not 2 candles. It's above that. Look at it. Can you see it? So this is what you have. So imagine when you are doing this thing and you are able to scalp 10, 20, 50 and 30 candles or 15 candles successfully without being caught with a spike. Even if you're using the smallest lot size, you are good to go. Now look at this one. Let me just show you what I am saying so that you will truly understand what I'm saying. Look at this one. This one is resting, but this one is fake. This one is resting here, but it is fake. Let me move. Can you see it left that place? But let's go back to the first one. It's still there. So even if it would take you 30 minutes, 25 minutes, 40 minutes for you to be here, then do it. Look at it. It left that place. But look at this one. Let me carry this one to be here. Look at this one. Can you see it? Do you see it? It's there. What is the evidence? Any proof? Any results? Look at the results here. Look at the results. Do you see that? Do you see that? You have something to enjoy. Let's go back again. Look at this one. Look at this one. Can you see it? So what do you have on this? Look at this. Do you have any result on that? Look at it. Yes, you have something to enjoy. So even if the market was making a candle, but before that, you have already taken something out of the market. From here, you have already taken 5 candles and you're out of the market. And it have not even reached to the target. So this is how simple this thing can be. Let's look at it. You can do this thing. Can you see this one? It's fake. Let's go back. So it's not every time you see the thing touched that you will say, yes, it's going to give me what I want. You must be very, very careful and follow the market rules. Don't trade against the trend. All right. Can you see it? Look at it. Any proof of positive results? Look at it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Have you not taken more than 5 candles? Look at it. Look at it. So any proof? Any proof? So a lot of them. Look at this one. Look at them. A lot. Please look out of these things in your market and be sure that you are changing your trading pattern this minute. Look at it. So it's not just to say it, it's something you must learn to do. All right. And you take your TP and make sure no matter how much you have, this should be your exit point. This should be your exit point. Close at this point. Don't wait for it, except you are doing the same thing on your 5 to 15 minutes time frame. Then once you do that, you will be able to detect the higher opportunities of this particular trade. Now let me show you one more time which other place can I use this same thing. Which any other thing. Please, you are free to comment on this video to tell me any video you want me to do at all, any video you want me to do, so that I will help you out in this thing. Now look at these things. Look at these ones. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. But look at this one. You see? So some of you are struggling to see. Sometimes immediately you place trade, the next thing you will see is the market will spike against you, and before you know it, you started crying. Look at this one here. Look at it. As I'm moving, it's not moving anywhere. What is the result? Look at the result here. Look at the result. This is the almighty boom 1000. You know what this thing can do? One strong spike in this place can take you out of the market if you're not careful. You know, so look at it. Look at this one. Can you see it? It's not going anywhere. It's still there. Shake it very, very well. Shift it anyhow. It's still there. It's still there. It's still there. So once you enter and you see one small spike or something of that nature, don't be in a hurry to rush out of the market. Look at it. Can you see this? I call this one golden opportunity. You know, this is golden strategy, VIP golden strategy. Anyone can do this and you will not regret any form of trade. Just do the same thing so that the video will not be long. Just do the same thing and follow the rules. Watch the video from the beginning to the end and you understand what I'm saying in details. Don't just go, if you just keep this video to this point, do you see how you fell? Because you didn't get what I said earlier. You only followed what you see I'm doing now. Then what I did that brought about this, you did not follow. So you keep getting wrong this thing. And some will come out to the market and say that I did not give right information. Please follow the video and get the same results. My name is GDFX. If you're looking for mentorship and you know that everything about Forex is frustrating to you, please don't waste any more time. Don't waste any more of your energy. Rush down immediately and contact us. We will definitely assist you. Do you know this strategy works completely for all? This is look at it. So this is a jump index, you know. This is jump index. So look at it. I don't know what else to say. You know, shift it is still there. So it's not something that, look at this one here. It's not something that, look at this one. Look at this one. Please follow this thing small. It's not something that, let me mark this place here and show you something. This one here was resting here, but look at it. But even though, if you can position this thing carefully, you can still trade it. But for you to be on a safer side, trade the one that is very strong, that shows strong momentum. Okay, enter that one. That one will be more, you can trade that one, is more relaxing than entering wrong ones. Okay, so this is how it goes. So anytime you are confused about markets, and you must not trade everything. So if you see opportunities and that opportunity is gone, please close the trade and go your way. You must not trade every signals, you know, because more signals are still coming. It's better you let that one go so that you come back next time fresh and strong. You know, my name is GDFX. I want you to stay strong and succeed in this forex trading. And if you are still trying alone, it's wrong. It's wrong. Calculate how much you have lost in the forex world. Who do you blame for that? Do you blame the videos you watch on YouTube? Do you blame content creators? Or do you blame yourself for not going for the right knowledge? So whatever that happens to you, you are responsible of it. Okay, so don't lose anymore. Learn it, put your strength into it. And for some of you who are experts in forex trading, I want you to stay strong and keep building yourself. You will make money in forex trading, because as it is now, everywhere is shaking. Forex is one of the safest places so far for one to invest his money and still come out strong if you get the right knowledge. So just take it as if you are learning something, than for you to be learning, for you to be trading and losing all in this hard time. Everywhere is shaking. GDFX, so much love you and I care for you. Thank you.